Yeah. Look at that. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Contrary ting, but ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Contrary ting, send man over.
There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Janibek Alimkhanuly. He's 5'11.5" tall with a reach of 71.5 inches. And he'll be facing one of the best to ever do it, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Janibek Alimkhanuly, the unified middleweight champion of the world. What a decorated amateur career he had with a 307 record. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Zelandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh style, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
The fighters have got to stay focused, concentrate, don't get carried away. They're not part of the carnival. They're the action.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Big hooks upstairs. This fight has a real good flow to it. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You're going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. You know know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
And there's the bell to start round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When you've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class, it sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. They exchange punches. Quick punch scores. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Janibek that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode. The bell rings and we start the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
How about that time counter shot? I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A perfect counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. A lot of effort being exerted here. Missing with the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what?
Come on, breathe.
On to the fourth we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. He threw the hook, didn't land. He missed with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. So
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round.
there's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Catch and shoot. That counter punch caught him clean. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being used. They're the size of
a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Janibek in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss them. Great work.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him back into it. I need you to switch mind back on the job.
The gaps will appear. You stay focused.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Now,
don't be looking at for one shot at a time. Set him up.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get out there and switch on. Get this.
Just keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting your time in.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Mistakes and you're switching off. I need
your shots in there. Vary it up. Great work. You were thinking, you were smart.
On to the 6th round. Janibek in trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Respect for each other's punching power. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Janibek that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Great work. I love it. I love it.
And there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. That punch lands. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That counter punch caught him clean. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. Parries that jab away. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage.
You got complacent. The fight's not over.
And there's the bell for round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. The straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Not the way either one of these fighters hoped it would go, but they can't be too upset. No one loses here. This fight's a draw.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly matched, and this is why we've got a draw. One thing is for certain, we're going to do it all over again.
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell her man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here is Saul Canelo Alvarez. This is Canelo Alvarez, a four-division Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Look at this, these fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And that's the opening bell, round one. It's all offense, all the time. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
How about that time counter shot? This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Another scoring shot there. What a punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
I love that jab slick.
Round off, win the round on your jab.
Here we go, it's round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think, right, concentrate.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Big heavy blow, and Saul is down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
That round, good work. Good man, good man. Just stay in again.
On to the third. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Both men step back for just a moment. He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of defense here at all. They block the left there. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That one lands. That right hook won't score. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Nothing in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
You've let him back into it. Now, is it tough?
There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They exchange punches. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which fighter will say no mas? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who.
That's a terrible round, that is.
On to the 5th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just get your breath back.
You need to go back out there and need to win this round. Get your mind back, get your foot.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shot.
Shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, alright? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. Coasted this fight and now you're letting back into it. Now.
This is the beginning of round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Missing with the left hook. Beautiful counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. They drop their guard, they get caught. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to...
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked.
Be smart when you go out there.
Here we go. It's round 7. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. Punch, counter punch. counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Do you believe what we are seeing? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Do you believe this? Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance without a...
Come on, you've let him back into it.
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Couldn't land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Crawford in trouble. How did they not go down?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back in.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are good.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.